I'm not sure when my daughter stopped loving me. Maybe it was gradual, like rust on a gate, creeping in unnoticed until it's too late. Maybe it was the day I missed her recital because I was working overtime, or the time I grounded her for sneaking out, even though I knew she was just trying to escape the silence in our house. Or maybe it was never love at all, just obligation, habit, proximity. Her name is Madison. She turned 17 last week. And a week before that, she looked me in the eye, eyes that used to light up when I walked into a room, and said, "The greatest gift would be if you just died." She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She said it like she was asking for a sweater. Calm, cold, final. I didn't cry either. I didn't scream or beg or ask her why. I just nodded, not because I agreed, but because I understood. That night, I sat in the living room alone. The house was quiet except for the hum of the refrigerator and the occasional creak of the floorboards, like the house itself was mourning. I stared at the family photos on the wall. Madison at age 5, grinning with missing teeth. Madison at 10, holding a trophy. Madison at 14, already pulling away. I opened my laptop and began the process. I canceled the mortgage payments. The house would default in 60 days. I emptied the college fund. Every dollar I'd saved since she was 3. I withdrew every cent from my retirement account. Penalties be damned. Then I wrote a note. Not a goodbye, not an apology, just a truth. You said the greatest gift would be if I died. So I did, not in the way you meant, but in the only way I could. I left it on the kitchen table, next to her unopened birthday card. Then I packed a bag, locked the door behind me, and disappeared. Madison came home late that night, earbuds in, scrolling through her phone as she walked through the front door. The house was dark, no dinner waiting, no lights on, just silence. She tossed her backpack onto the couch and noticed the envelope on the kitchen table. It was thick, heavy. Her name was written on the front in her mother's handwriting, neat, slanted, unmistakable. She rolled her eyes, probably another guilt trip. But when she opened it, everything changed. Inside was a letter. You said the greatest gift would be if I died. So I did, not in the way you meant, but in the only way I could. Madison froze. There were documents, bank statements, legal papers, a birth certificate, and a USB drive. She plugged it into her laptop. The first video was dated 10 years ago. Her mother sat in the living room, eyes puffy, voice trembling. Madison had a nightmare tonight. She said she saw her real mom in the mirror. I told her it was just a dream, but I know it wasn't. Madison clicked through the files. Each one was a diary entry, her mother talking to the camera, documenting every moment Madison had forgotten. The time she defended Madison against a teacher's false accusation. The night she stayed up sewing Madison's costume for a school play. The day she sold her wedding ring to pay for Madison's therapy. Then came the truth. Madison wasn't her biological daughter. She was her niece. Her real mother, her birth mother, had died in a car crash when Madison was 2. Her father had vanished, and the woman Madison had called Mom ever since had stepped in quietly without fanfare and raised her as her own. Madison stared at the screen, numb. I never told her. I wanted her to feel whole. I wanted her to feel loved. But maybe I failed. Madison didn't sleep that night. She read every document, watched every video. She saw her mother cry, laugh, struggle, sacrifice. She saw a woman who had given everything and received nothing in return. She remembered the fights, The slammed doors, the cruel words. She remembered saying, "I wish you'd just die." And now she was gone. Madison posted online, a confession, a cry for help. "I told my mom to die. She did. And now I know she wasn't even my mom, but she loved me more than anyone ever has." The post went viral. Some people called her heartless. Others said she was brave. But Madison didn't care about the comments. She just wanted to find her. Madison tracked the bank withdrawals. They led to a small town in rural Ohio. She drove for hours, heart pounding, unsure what she'd say if she found her. She arrived at a cabin tucked into the woods. The porch light was on. She knocked. The door opened. Her mother stood there, older, thinner, eyes tired but still familiar. Neither of them spoke. Then Madison whispered, "I didn't mean it." Her mother nodded. "I know." They sat on the porch for hours. Madison cried. Her mother cried. They talked about everything, about the lie, the love, the pain. Madison asked why she left. "Because I wanted you to see me, not as the woman who ruined your life, but as the one who gave it to you." Madison moved back in. They rebuilt slowly, one conversation at a time. She applied to college, studied psychology. She wanted to help kids like her, angry, lost, searching. Every year, on her birthday, she writes her mother a letter. Last year's said, "The greatest gift is knowing you're still here.